from the dung heap, everybody. These are my friends. A lot of
Hi,
them.
friends.
There he is. Hi, sweetie.
Hello. Good morning, everybody.
And we're live. Hello. SPTV. Hello. Hi, everybody. Good morning, afternoon, whatever, next day. Hi. Happy Saturday. So here we are. Hi. Yeah. So, yeah, hi. Yesterday was interesting. I ended up going out to a birthday party yesterday or last night, and it was good to get out of the house because I kind of needed to get away from YouTube. Yeah, so I wasn't sure I was going to be on this morning, but then I woke up and I said, yeah, why not? I got my crocheting today. I thought, I think that I needed a little bit of calm, a little bit of happy, and here we are. Here we are. I do have some things to say. I have some things to show you, some things to talk about. But as usual, I want to just hang out with you all and hear from you. Hey, Poet, great to see you. Kelly, YouTube fan. G Steele, hi there. Got Nance Drew. Hello, Nance Drew. So good to see you. Thank you all, our members. Thank you so much for being members. Yeah. So I just wanted to talk to you all and get your input. I do want to lay some ground rules again. There was a little bit of a misunderstanding, I think, yesterday when I said I told the mods I did not want comments to be deleted. I said on StreamYard, I was talking to George. They know that they are free to delete comments that are inflammatory, anything that's against the rules. There were some things that were very that were basically misinformation about the SBTV Foundation, some real digs towards different creators. I don't want any creators' names in here. I don't want anybody bashing any of the second gens. You know how I feel about all the second gens. I don't want anybody talking shit about them. It's not my business what's happening in other chats. I did see my name in other chats. Unfortunately, a creator popped up 2 comments about me saying my name. I didn't really appreciate that, but it's whatever. It's whatever. I want to clarify that I did go back and look. The reason why I don't want comments deleted on StreamYard is because if they're deleted in the chat, which is fine, the mods know that they can do that. I would like to go back and look in StreamYard and see what was said, so that I can sign off on it if I get any emails, which I did get an email yesterday, and I did go and look, and people speculating about different things that they have no receipts for, or they, have no basis for. I'm not about that. I'm not about that. Hey, Susie O, great to see you, honey. Hello, Rachel H. Hi there. So that's what I wanted to say about that. I'm not here to dissect anybody, pick them apart, pick apart what they're saying. I'm not naming names. I'm not interested in that. The only thing I will name names in a few minutes is a certain foundation that denied somebody some very much needed help, which fasten your seatbelt, because my biscuits are burning about that. But what I wanted to talk about is having a safe place a safe space, a place to land. And that's what we want for people that are coming out of Scientology, to have someone to be there to help, to guide them through, to advocate for them. And that's what these foundations are there for. And often there's boots on the ground and there's people that aren't even involved in either foundation. And I want to give a huge shout out, a round of applause for Stephen Mango, because he brought to our attention someone who was in dire need. I'm going to read you his community post. And if you want to help over and above what you've given to SBTV Foundation, if you have, we'll circulate that information as well. So I just want to give people a chance to come in before I read that. But it's on Mangotology, which is Stephen Mango's page. I actually saw it on Facebook because I'm friends with him on Facebook, but it's a heartbreaking story, but it's good that these things are coming to our attention so that we can help. And that's what I'm here for. I'm not here to argue with anybody. I'm not here to, dissect someone's mental health or anything like that. I'm here to help. I want to help so bad. And there's so many ways that we can help. And even if we can't even help monetarily, we can share Mango's post. We can get the word out. And that's what we're all working towards, is bringing down this cult and helping the survivors, So I'm excited to be able to help. It's so sad what's happening. And I don't think it's a total coincidence that this gentleman that needed help last night or yesterday is a member of the LGBTQ plus community. And even more so, we need to have, sorry, I'm yelling. I don't mean to yell. We need to have a safe space. We need to have a safe space for them to land and for them to feel comfortable and accepted. So I want to see, we got, all right. People can just rewind this if rewind. Can go back and read it. So thank you to George Massey, who's in the back. Appreciate that, Georgie. Oh yes, I knit and crochet to help with that, my anxiety. Yeah, totally. That's that's why I do it too. Plus, I just love to have a little finished product. So okay. I want to keep this, above board today. I don't want to be again speculating about rewind. We are old. That's right. We are, Susie. We're old. Yeah. Wonderful persons being. Yes, I agree. Okay. Let me just, without further ado, I'll just read this. I think there's people in here. So let's do it. Back to the 80s again. That's funny. Okay. Here's Steve Mango's post. Let me blow it up a little bit. Okay. And it's small print, so you can go ahead and read it. It's Mangotology, I think is the name of his channel. This was 12 hours ago. It says, emergency help needed. A young gay Scientologist was kicked out onto the street outside LA Org in the last 48 to 72 hours. He contacted me and I spent the day with him today. Here's what is going on. They trafficked him to LA on a one-way ticket and coerced him into signing a Sea Org billion-year contract to live and work at the org. Because his family opposes Scientology, they labeled him as a PTS, potential trouble source, someone connected to an SP, an enemy of the church, and sent him to ethics. They took thousands of dollars from him, maxed out his credit cards, and required him to pay $2,500 for the purification rundown while he was being, quote, investigated. Although he wasn't an official Sea Org member, he was on a project repair and living at their Fountain Hotel. Under duress, they forced him to sign a form allowing them to search his phone and social media or else face immediate removal. He complied, deleting all his apps and most of his messages, and handed over his phone. 5 hours later, they returned his phone and kicked him out after discovering that he was gay and seeing his Reddit posts and messages. They downloaded every app, and his phone had auto-logged the Scientologist back on. Now he now has just $12 to his name. Today, I took him out for a nice lunch and a Starbucks as he hadn't eaten in days. It just breaks my heart. We talked for 6 hours. I've been in a similar situation before, and when I left Scientology back in 2013, and I wanted to be there for him. He needs a flight back home and possibly a few nights in a hotel here until that can be arranged. As for other resources, the LA LGBT Center can't see him until October 26th, and the Aftermath Foundation, which supposedly helps ex-Scientologists, denied his application because he didn't have enough resources. That's insane to me, given their mission to help people like him. I reached out to the SBTV Foundation, a charity run by Aaron Smith Levin, this morning, but haven't received a response back yet. These so-called charities for ex-Scientologists seem like cash grabs while this young man is at risk of being on the street tomorrow. If anyone can help him avoid homelessness and get some food, please consider contributing. He has $12, no job, no family, and literally nothing else. Scientology drained him dry, trafficked him, and then abandoned him. Let's step up and support him. I filmed a YouTube video with him, but I won't be able to upload it until tomorrow. You'll hear him share his story in a 40-minute video. In the meantime, if you can help, my Venmo is at Stephen M91. If it asks for a security code, the last 4 digits are 8408. And my PayPal is talentmailings@gmail.com. Old business name, he said. Thank you so much. I wouldn't ask if there weren't a dire situation. I know many Scientologists and never-ends follow me, and I will understand the urgency and importance of helping someone in need. Let's make sure he has a safe place to stay and a way back home. Please share this post to your pages. And everybody still can hear me? Okay, I'm going to read his update and a couple of the comments. Okay, update. So this was 11 p.m. LA time, so 2 in the morning Eastern, where I am. I just got off the phone with Aaron Smith Levin, and we spoke for about a half hour. We're going to work on getting him a flight to Denver. Thanks to 2 incredibly generous donors, we were able to raise $50 via Venmo. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart on his behalf, which I sent to him tonight. If anyone else is in position to help, any donation would be greatly appreciated. Venmo preferred. Every little bit counts. Right now, he has $62 to his name. The hostel costs around $40 a night, and he still needs to eat and keep his phone on. He didn't eat until today. I was able to buy him lunch earlier. You are all a blessing. Whether you've donated, reshared, sent emails, or made calls on his behalf, please keep sharing. I'm so grateful for all the support. It means the world to him. Thank you to the Mangotologists out there who are making it possible to help an ex-Scientologist who was kicked out onto the street by the cult this week. So there you have it. There you have it. And in my opinion, that's why I'm here. I don't know if that's why you're here, but that's why I'm here mainly, is to bring down this cult and to set the captives free and to help those that need help getting out and staying out and being able to get back on their feet and get back where they need to be, like this guy in Denver. So that's what I want to help with. And thank you so much, Mischief Manage, to reach. Yeah, Stephen, that's his information. You can give directly to the SBTV Foundation. And yeah, somebody done burn the biscuits. I'm trying to be understanding and kind here, but I'm angry. I'm angry because just less than a year ago, Aaron reported that the Aftermath Foundation had around $200,000 to $250,000. A lot of it was given by you, and you. a lot of people. And why the hell? Why the hell can't they help? You know? Um, shame. Shame on the Aftermath Foundation. That's all I have to say about that. But anyways, so anybody that wants to shit on the SPTV Foundation, proof is in the pudding here. Okay. Whether they do have an EIN number, they do have their tax exempt status being looked at. It takes from anywhere from 3 months to a year because they have tens of thousands of applications to go to. If you don't want to give to them, don't. If you don't want to give to the SBTV Foundation, don't. If you don't want to give to this gentleman that is had $12 to his name, now has 60 something dollars to his name, you don't have to. You don't have to. But why are you here if you're going to just tear people down and tear down the cause? Not everybody can give monetarily, but running around from chat to chat and causing bullshit and talking shit about my mods and about me and everyone else and Reese and all the creators, are you helping? No. No. you know I would rather people just, go away than to cause bullshit like this. This is why I'm here. I don't know about anyone else. So yeah, so that's my rant. I want this to be a happy time, but yeah, so that's all I had to say about that. I just want to move on and help. Galen, thank you so much. I donated to the SBTV Foundation yesterday, which every penny counts. That poor gentleman didn't eat, and sorry, he get choked up because I know what it's like. I know what it's like to be homeless at 18 years old. I was homeless, and I was homeless as a little child too. But I know what it's like to not know where your next meal is coming from, and I want to be that person that I needed when I was going through that, you know? Um, I want to be that person that I that pays it forward because I can't some of the people that helped me along the way aren't even on this earth anymore, you know? Um, but I remember one lady that really helped me out a lot when I was in my early 20s. And I said, "How can I ever repay you?" And she said, "Just help someone else later on down the line when you're able to. Just help someone else." So I think we've all had someone in our life that has been there, like a good Samaritan, they call it, right? So, yeah, we can pay it forward. You don't even have to pay it forward in money. You can pay it forward in kindness. Yeah, we hear be kind thrown around a lot. But yeah, it's true. Kindness is free. Um, we I myself just want to be here for whatever is needed. And right now, this needs to have some attention. And thank goodness for Stephen Mango. I really give him a lot of props for bringing this to our attention. And I want to help any way I can. Doc, Mischief, how to send money straight to that man. I don't think he has because he's been in a cult and he barely made it out even with his phone. So, Stephen, I mean, I trust him. He has no reason to lie to anybody. So, yeah, I would definitely either send it to him or send it to the SBTV Foundation. Hey, Pizza, good to see you. Oh, it's a weekend, so I get to see all the working folks. So, MD Media 18, all drama aside, this is when the community needs to come together. And yes, some will have, but it's important. Why are we here? Please do the right thing. Thank you, MD Media 18. I couldn't agree more. Absolutely. Let's come together and help. I totally agree. Hey, hey, Brooke. Good to see you, Brooke. Kathy Baressa. Hey there. Ain't no need to be unpleasant. That's right. That's right. Agreed. Kathy Scoggins, hey there. Um, I'm not sure of the wording. It said, either it said he lacked resources, but it might I thought I thought it was the Aftermath Foundation didn't have resources because um of course he lacks resources because he's asking for help. So I'm not sure the wording on that, but you can go back and read if one of the mods can put Mangotology's um link. I think I'm not sure what exactly his at sim sign is. Let's see if I can find it. It's at Mangoman7591. So let me get the link here. Okay, I'll just paste it right in the chat. Paste. There you go. And that's his community page too. So, all right. I'm going to go through some of your comments. So, Irish Mart, love this intro. Oh, thank you. Kelly Copter did it for me. Susie O, hi there, darling. Great to see you, friend. Love you. Buttercup 49. I saw Steve's post through other YouTube streamers. So wonderful. This person is being helped. Absolutely. And that's Steve's information. Thank you so much. Joel McCoy comment, anger is a toxic drug. It is human to be attracted to it, but anger can take over. It is addictive. Some folks can't shake it once it takes over. In my opinion, this is happening on SPTV now. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I think I talked about that about a week or two ago. It was something I read about how anger actually it triggers the stress response in your body, but it also releases dopamine and endorphins in your body. So it like sometimes it feels good to be angry, and I guess it can become addicting because you know that they call the dopamine the more chemical in your body. It's like it gets you wanting more. Just like, I think about how I quit smoking almost 4 months ago. I still once in a while, it's like I really I have that urge. And I know it's not physical anymore, the addiction to nicotine, but my brain was trained to use nicotine as like a relief and a release of dopamine. And so you get to manipulate your dopamine levels where your brain just wants and craves it. So why does everybody run to the exciting? I won't use the D word anymore, drama word. Try not to. But why do people run to that? Because it's exciting. It releases some type of pleasure chemical in your brain, in your body. So, to realize that it is attractive, yes, but it's also toxic. And, I'll be honest, I don't want any naming names of anyone, but it's not healthy for me you know, to be constantly filling my brain with that. And I'm not here to air every grievance that I've ever had about anybody. I'm not here. I mean, I'll be honest, and I've said this over and over lately, is that yeah, I was like a dog with a bone with the Aftermath Foundation, you know, um, and I haven't had that picked up that bone in a while. But what happened last night? I don't know. I don't know. It just seems to be a repetitive thing or a pattern. So I'm not happy. Not happy with how that went down. But the good news is the gentleman is being helped by many of you, by the SBTV Foundation, and yeah, by Mango. Thank you, Mango. Thank you. Definite trouble source. The charities are not cash grabs. They don't have staff, so they are not efficient in getting back to people. Yes, yeah. And I did read that, even though I didn't agree with that, but he said that before he was able to get help from the SPTV Foundation. So I think it was just how he was feeling at the time. So yeah, for whatever it's worth, I read it, and then now, um, I don't think he probably doesn't feel that way anymore. So at least I hope he doesn't, because they are there to help. I have never once, even with the Aftermath Foundation, I have never once even thought that they were cash grabs or that anything was going on with the finances. That's not the problem. to me, because I look at the people that are running the Aftermath Foundation and the SPT Foundation. None of them are hurting for cash, and none of them have ever given me a reason to think that they're crooks or anything. It's just, yeah, the other stuff, calling, um, and I'm just gonna put this out there, not making any accusations, but to me, it just seems odd, a little strange that they seem to help plenty of you know white straight people. Why can't they help this person a drop of a hat? It's not like they didn't know about it. They knew about it and they denied it. They denied. So I'm not saying it's because he's a member of the LGBTQ community. I know that they have a member of that community on their board now, which is great. They have helped people in that community, but I mean, we need a safe space. We need a place to land. We need to be able to jump into an emergency. Granted, they are volunteers. They need sleep, but to actually look at the application and deny it right on the spot, I don't understand that. I don't understand that at all. And I don't think that there's an excuse for that. I can't imagine what the excuse would be. So, Judy Chang, blessings upon Mango. Unfortunately, some people are lying and saying Aaron wasn't helping. I'm not interested in the fighting, but lying isn't cool. Thank you all. Agreed. Thank you for that. Joe Buchanan, there needs to be someone 24/7 available in a foundation like this, even if they take turns to man that number. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, you could be like on call. Um, we have a little bit of a protocol and a chain where, I mean, I'm a pretty much an insomniac anyway, so chances are you can get me within like 4 hours. But we've had fires in the middle of the night and I've had calls immediately. As far as gift cards go, we don't keep large ones. We have smaller ones on hand. We don't keep large gift cards on hand. So it would take me a minute to go to somewhere or order something online or something. But yeah, we pretty much can respond within a few hours. And it seems like Aaron responded within, a reasonable time. But yeah, I agree. It would be good to have somebody on call. Yeah. Brenda, thank you, Stephen Mango, for sounding the alarm. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Stephen. Just a Northern girl. When I see this kind of emergency story, I get so upset that there are people out there trying to smear the one foundation who wants to help. I'm glad Aaron was able to get back to him. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. And so before I said I agree, but I also think that the Aftermath Foundation has done a lot of good. In this situation, yeah, it's sad. It's very sad. Asen, unfortunately, people who want people fighting will do everything to fan the flames. Yeah, it's sad. Judy Chang, how does a charity deny someone for not having resources? Makes absolutely no sense. Yeah, I wonder if that was a little bit of a typo. I'm maybe thinking he meant they didn't have the resources, which, like I said, if they in fact did collect over 200 grand, where the hell is it? I've seen that they've told people they couldn't give grants and stuff at one point because they had already given the grant for the year. So yeah, I don't know if they're not there for an emergency situation like this. What are they there for? This is what the original focus was, for people actively leaving Scientology. You know, I don't know. I don't understand it either. Road, I hope more of the YouTubers will interview Danish Robert Dam about his new book about children in the dark hotels. And if many buy the Danish book, it'll also come in English. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think Aaron mentioned he was gonna interview him soon. And yeah, I mean, of course he'd be welcome on my channel. That's for darn sure. But I can't read Danish, but I hope it comes in English. I hope it's also on Audible, because I definitely would get it then. Brenda, we have to look past our disagreements and hurt feelings and keep our eyes on the prize. Yeah. Yeah. And I agree with MD Media 18. Like, let's put aside our differences and jump in and help, you know. Paula Candeloro, people just get a thrill from chaos and turmoil. They enjoy hatefulness. I can't disagree with that. I just at one point I just have to shut it off. It feels very toxic and unhealthy and sad, and not judging anybody. I understand there are extenuating circumstances. I'm not going to call it drama, but it doesn't feel healthy to me. It doesn't. And I don't want, a lot of things I don't even want to know. I don't feel like it's, fit for my ears or appropriate. But that's just my opinion. Jason, some people want to watch the world, certain communities burn down. And that's sad. I don't want anybody to burn down. I don't. And I think it's if I can help it, I don't want to burn bridges. I don't want to cut people off completely and forever. There are people that I'm not talking to right now because, you know, I feel like it's not going to be productive, but I don't hate anyone and I don't want to see anyone burn down. So, Mama's life, you always hold a safe space. Thank you. Thank you, Mama. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I'm trying. I'm trying. Christy, I am no fan of errands, but do feel the need to remind folks Clearwater experienced a lot of damage from the hurricane over the past few days, and that's why there may have been a delay in response. Yeah, agreed. And thank you for recognizing that. Purple Light comment. Aaron did get back in touch with him. Seems like some people in the chat aren't aware of that. Yes, I did read that. He did say at first, before he it's Mango, before he updated his post, that he hadn't heard from them yet, but it's not like he heard from them and were denied, like the Aftermath Foundation, unfortunately. I mean, maybe they have a good reason, but I just can't think of a good reason to deny an emergency situation like this. That's like should be high top priority unless they're completely broke, in which case that's not good either. So, yeah, I don't know. It's insane. Cats hate cults. There you go. I love that. How is someone in an emergent position supposed to gather references? Yeah, I mean, you said something about resources. I don't know. And that's a very good point. Yeah. Oh, he corrected resources to references in a later post. Oh, okay. Still weird though. References. Oh, so they were trying to vet him. All right, I can see that, but Mango, I think Mango's a pretty good reference, and he spent the whole day with the guy. And I mean, how would he get references? How would he get references? Like if someone knew him? But okay, all right. I'm no brain surgeon here. I'm no rocket surgeon, but it would seem to me to at least give the guy something, you know, and then you can vet it further, but to just outright deny him at all without any reason except that he doesn't have time to gather references. This isn't a job. This isn't I don't know. It's bizarre to me. If the guy is homeless, he obviously came out of Scientology. I don't know. Maybe they know something I don't know. But yeah. Purple Light. I think it was that he didn't have enough references for them to document himself as actually being in the position he's in. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Um, yeah. I mean, the fact that Mango spent 6 hours with him, and that would just be a stretch. It would just be a stretch. But I get it. I get it. But I guess they have a more stringent application process. Power Lies to Paralyze, e-meter/auditing releases all sorts of neurochemical in the most disruptive ways. Yeah, that's very, yeah, I have read some of those things that you sent. Yeah, they're very interesting. And if anyone's interested, you can go to Power Lies to Paralyze's channel, and they have a lot of good information about that. Brenda, I love Doug. I was so upset when he died. Scientology. All right. Oh, cut because sorry. I thought you meant COS is in Scientology. I was so upset when he died because I had just recently started to watching him all the time. I miss hearing him speak on these things happening now. I wonder what he'd say. Yeah. Yeah, I do too. I wonder what he'd say. I miss him a lot. Yeah. James Smith, a person could be really damaged by this cult, even if they only walked into the test center a year ago, or someone needs help in Austin from a stupid Dianetics spoof 3 months ago. We have to try. Yeah, we have to try. Yeah. Hurricane. Yep. Everybody's talking about the hurricane. Evil twin sister, lighten up on the SPTV Foundation. My power internet keeps going out and I'm in. Yeah, so I guess people hadn't seen that part where he updated it and said that he had talked to Aaron, that they're working on getting the gentleman a flight to Denver, back home to his parents, I assume. So, James Smith, they may only have their clothes on their back, never mind references. Yeah. Yeah. I think there comes a time we could just take a chance a little bit, and just give him some. It's not like you have to give away the farm, right? But the guy's in an emergency situation. He hadn't eaten in days. I think there's a way to fast track it a little bit. I don't know. That's just my opinion. Oh my goodness, thank you so much for your super chat, Kimberly. I hear you. I hear you so much, but I cannot put my feelings into words. I'm sad and weary and heartbroken. I have volunteered, donated, and so on. Now this is really hurting. Thank you so much. Yeah. Um, that's why I just wanted to come on and just maybe I'm not a calm person by nature, but I feel like I needed some calm and some happy. And I wanted to maybe bring a little bit of calm to you guys. And there were quite a few viewers that were talking about yesterday. A lot of us were, in a in a state of stress and upset and distress, and people were saying, oh, I'm just watching you crocheting, so yeah, if there's anything you could do, breathing, box breathing, or meditating, take a walk, pet a puppy, pet a kitty, pet an armadillo, no, pet whatever. Yeah, just take a breath. And some people may ridicule, people for getting so upset about this. It's like, geez, it's not like you're in Scientology. It's not like why are you so invested? Why are you so upset? And I understand the feeling. It's like, because you invest, like Kimberly, because I volunteered, donated, and so on, invested time. I'm putting words in her mouth, but yeah, and it's really it's hurtful. It's hurtful to see people that you love and care about, whether it's, parasocial or not. I love all the second gens, and it breaks my heart to see them ripping each other apart. It just seems so unnecessary and sad. And I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm not going to take sides. I love them all. But if someone's behavior is completely unacceptable. I have nothing to say about it. I'm just backing off because for my own sanity, I just can't. I can't. It's not healthy. In my opinion, it's just not healthy. So I agree, Kimberly. It's very sad. Definite trouble source. The calls are few and far in between, and sometimes just a few volunteer people. Imagine it would be hard to cover the lines. Yeah, 24/7. I'm sure some get answered immediately. Immediately, yeah. Right. It's not like they have calls all the time. Exactly. Brenda, a thank you to Aaron for providing the help that was needed. I, for one, am grateful to all he's done to help survivors fight Scientology. I don't think he gets enough credit. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. And I tend to agree. Miss Bramlett Jr., Mrs. Earlier this year, a con woman appeared on William Good's stream claiming to have escaped from Big Blue as a Sea Org member. The next day, Surge spoke to her and exposed her as a fraud. Yeah, and that absolutely could happen. It absolutely could happen. And in this case, I mean, I think that Mango spending the whole day with him, I, I think that also being an ex-Scientologist, you could probably tell by their nomenclature and how they talk. And so Serge would know. Serge would absolutely know. So I'm glad that he maybe Streets wouldn't have known, but Serge definitely could probably tell. I would say definitely could tell. So yeah, but again, like I said, it's not like they have to give away the farm. They could have at least I don't know about tonight. They might have had a really good reason. I really don't know, but at least he's getting help now if he needs it. So evil twin sister. I've known Steve Mango for over 10 years. If he vouched for the guy after a 6-hour interview, oh, sorry, then I would believe him. Yeah, I tend to. That's my instinct as well. Yeah. He's Steve's never given me any reason to not trust him. So yeah. Um Yeah, Rachel H. References, he has nothing. It's not a job interview. Yeah, that's my thoughts as well. George Massey, there should be emergency funds set up for immediate requests to get someone off the streets until the vetting can be completed. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely agree with that. And that's something, George, that you might want to, send in an email because it makes a lot of sense. And sometimes you learn as you go along. It's like, oh, we didn't have this in place, but something happened. And now it's a good idea to put it in place for the next time. Just, it's not rocket surgery, as Chow Yun Smut says. Brenda, they could have given him emergency funds. If it later turned to be a scam, they wouldn't have wasted much money. Worth the gamble always to maybe save a life. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Cats hate cults. Seriously, a couple $100 could get him to Denver. That's not going to break the Aftermath Foundation bank. Yeah, especially if they got hundreds of thousands of dollars or did. But I have no doubt this caring community will step up. Right. Yep. Yeah, even if you can send $5 to the Venmo or to the SBTV Foundation, $1. I think you can send, yeah, you can even send $1. Every bit helps. Jason, what references? He only had his phone on himself. If they didn't burn the money they all had in a bonfire, why not risk it? A ticket home and a few dollars for a meal won't cost them much. Yeah, I agree. That's my instinct as well. Oh. Kimberly, thanks so much for the super chat. Appreciate that. Oh my God, yes, I love your crocheting. I need to see that more. I'm going to come back to my cubs for just that. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. This is really what keeps my channel going. So I really, really appreciate becoming a cub. I got a new cub. Thank you so much. Sorry, I get really goofy, but I love having new cubs. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Pigs is Pigs 51. Lately on other channels, all I see is Aaron bashing. Maybe he didn't handle things correctly, but wow, such hatred I never expected to see. For me, until I see something other than human failures. Yeah, it doesn't feel, it feels icky to me. It doesn't feel healthy. And I'm, not judging, whatever. People feel like they need to do that. That's not really my thing. Not my thing. Not my, yeah. Not the vibe, as Kelly would say. Not my vibe. Indigo Insights comment. I have seen some traits reflect in a lot of the survivors. I think a main tell of escaping Scientology is a hesitancy to trust new people. It breaks my heart. Yeah. Yeah. I agree with that. Force of delightful nature. We don't want to be duped, but I want helping organizations to be generous rather than suspicious of people who knock on their doors. Yep, I agree. I absolutely agree with that. Joe McQueen, sadly, a lot of second gens have gone from fighting with other second gens to insulting never ends. This is my point about anger and hate. Some have sunk to a new low, in my opinion. Yeah, I hear you. But I think many of them or most of them, if not all of them, um, do realize that you know that then they appreciate the never ends because there's not that many ex-Scientologists. I mean, there's a lot, but if they had to just rely on each other, then it would be rough. It would be rough. So, yeah. So we're here to help, and we we don't want to hear how the sausage is made. We just want to help. That's at least that's my take on it. Is I don't need to hear all the gory details. I just want to help. James Smith, you're allowed to make mistakes every day as long as you learn something and not do the same again. People give people room to learn and grow and fix things. Yeah, yeah, I agree with that. Definitely. All right, so I'm gonna scroll down and George, if you need to leave, you don't have to stay, but if you want to start some more things, you're welcome to. So I want to say hi to some more people. Hey, Gretchen only. Appreciate you being here. Baby girl. Hey, baby girl. We got Nance Drew, Christy. Um, I love the cats hate cults. That's great. Purple light. James Steele. Popcorning piggies. um, I don't think an emergency number is a good use of resources. Yeah, I mean, Aaron said that there's really nobody to answer the phone. Well, I can understand not having somebody, 24/7 to answer phones. I think the internet's probably replaced a lot of that as far as I know most people, if you can pick up a phone and call, you can probably send an email or whatever. So I think the email is probably the fastest way to get a hold of, or if you know somebody that knows one of the board members, or you can even message, what I do sometimes is if I want to get a hold of a creator and I never had any of their information and I don't know their email, I'll go to their I go to their not page, their channel, and I'll find the latest video and I'll comment on it. And that's how I got a hold of Mama's life that way because I didn't know her. I wanted to have her on my channel and I didn't know her email address and I didn't know how to get a hold of her. I didn't know her if she had Facebook or any, she probably doesn't. Most people don't anymore, but I didn't know how to get a hold of her. So I decided to just comment on one of her videos and she popped up and emailed me right away. So yeah, so there's always a way. I know that there was a sticking point of, Aaron, and sometimes Aaron can say things and I'm like, oh, Aaron, why did you say that? Sometimes he can seem dismissive. I'm not denying that. I'm not saying he's perfect. Maybe he needs to slow down a little bit, listen a little more. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. But to just rip him to shreds and assign evil motives to him, I don't agree with that at all. Or, to delve into his personal life, I don't agree with that. But as far as the SPTV phone number goes, yeah, if the protesters were out there promoting the phone number, it would have been nice for them to know that there wasn't really anybody home, So, yeah, I agree with that. I mean, I'm not unreasonable. I'm not going to agree. I'm not going to be like, I don't care what you say about Aaron or SPG Foundation. I'm going to, even if you have a point, I'm going to just defend them no matter what. No, that's not the vibe for me either. Yeah. Lighten up. Yeah. Someone says, lighten up. Hey, little mink. Hey there. I think you're in the UK, right? Good to see you. Atkins in Texas. Hey there, friend. Glad you're here. Totally Jersey. We got yeah, Jersey Jan, totally Jersey. Jersey George, he loves that. He loves when I call him Jersey George. I'm looking at him, he's like, "Why? It has a little ring to it." Um, okay, baby girl, did someone tell baby girl what was going on? Um, if you go to, Mangotology, his channel, on his community page, it explains what's going on. So, okay. Mike Jesus, comment, Aaron is in contact with dozens of Scientologists that are under the radar. He will be able to quickly verify this guy and step in and help. That's a good point. Yeah, that's true. He does know a lot of people. So, um, you know, I mean, I'll just help. I said, I don't have a lot of money, but I sent $25. If it turns out that this guy's a fraud, well, I lost $25. That's okay to me. It's worth it. It's worth the risk, and it's worth the risk of what I've donated to the SPTV Foundation. But yeah, so I think emergency funds are, I don't know, just being suspicious of people constantly. And Mango, again, I don't know him. I know a lot of people that don't like him. I know a lot of people that like him. Um, I'm willing to put that aside. I don't even know. I don't know him. So, are we going to just be like, well, we don't like Mango, so we're not going to help this guy? No, that's bullshit. I'm not doing that. So, Paula Candeloro comment, I feel like there is no forgiveness. Maybe it's a side effect of being in a cult. Forgiveness can be learned. Yeah. I Yeah, I agree with that because with me, it's the same thing. If you've been hurt a lot, being in a cult or abusive relationship or just life, it is hard to trust sometimes. It is hard. Hey, I hear you, Bo Beats. I hear you. I mean, that could be said for a lot of people that, yeah, as far as losing friends, just assigning that to Aaron because he's lost friends. Um, Yeah, I mean, the friends that he's lost have lost friends too. So, um, I don't know. I don't know what to say to that, but I hear you. I hear you. And I love you, Bo Beach. You know that. You know I love you. Indico Insights. I think we also have to understand that creators are reacting in fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. Yes. It causes miscommunication between survivors because clashing styles can re-traumatize someone. Very well, very well stated. Yeah. And that's something that we talk about a lot is that trauma response. And um, I know what it's like because I've been through a lot of trauma, and I know what it's like to stay in that constant heightened sense of urgency, right? And everything. I just like tend to overreact to everything. That's why I really have been working on myself. Like Reese was saying the other day, is doing the work on yourself. Um, I'm trying to work on my responses and not be so reactive and not be so let's go live about it and just emote all over you guys. Uh, I'm preaching to myself. I'm not judging anybody, but I do see those traits, and it is unfortunate because um, a lot of damage can be done in that, yeah, in that type of reaction. Christy, to me, it's also very much like giving money to an unhoused person you encounter. Uh, might they buy alcohol or drugs instead of food? Sure. But the charity is in the giving with no judgment. Absolutely. I love that. I love that. 1000%. Yeah. Yeah. You're giving in good faith. You know, you give with good intentions. And yeah. Chris 10M, per Mango, this person was just trafficked. I believe he's pretty new to Scientology. Why would he have proof? Yeah, exactly. How could he produce that? But again, I think that next Scientologist, as smart as Mango, savvy as Mango, could pick up on that, and anyone else to talk to him, Aaron, or like that example that was brought forth about Serge, that he detected somebody was a fraud, and maybe this guy is. I'm not saying that he's not. I don't know. I don't know, but I think that it's a good idea to be able to react or to spring into action when you need to. Again, you don't have to commit to putting this guy up for 6 months, a couple $100 for a flight or for a meal or whatever. It's not going to kill anybody. You know, Drive-in fan. I'm old, but isn't there call forwarding anymore? That's true. That's true. That's a good point. You know what? Maybe put that in an email. Say, hey, maybe the SPTV Foundation number and the Aftermath Foundation number could be forwarded to whoever's on call, one of the board members or a volunteer, you know. Okay. I'm just trying to read things as I go along here. Aaron himself said he can be a Rodney. But seriously, why won't people forward him the same grace they do to the other second gems? I don't get all the hate for him. I hear you. I hear you. Brooke Elliott. Hey there, darling. I am good with spreading love. I will continue to push that to punch holes in the darkness with a little light. I'm not a destroyer. I'm just a girl in the woods. I hear you. I hear you, girl. Same here. I'm just a girl in the holler. Yeah. Oh, yes. I was waiting for this. Thank you, Bo Beats. I love it. Yeah. So if you're a member, $2.99 a month, you can have Rodney and Raymond emojis when you feel like it. And burning biscuits and burning pants on fire. I don't know. What's your you members? What are your favorites emojis? I kind of like theta potatoes. I think they're cute. But even if you're not a member, there's potatoes. There's no Rodneys, but there's other things that are similar to what the emojis are that you can use in like regular YouTube. Drive-in fan. Aaron is a man with a big heart who grew up in Scientology and is doing the best he can. None of us are perfect. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Brenda, I hope with time people will be able to overcome their differences and be respectful, if not best friends. Yeah, nobody has to be best friends on all sides. And if anyone is making mistakes, they can correct them. Agreed. Absolutely agree. Rachel, trying out the emojis, spatula, biscuits, dung heap, kettle, coffee pot. Just notice all these fun emojis. Yeah. Hey, Traveltology. Good to see you. Glad you're here. Paula Candeloro, it's hypocritical that some want understanding and empathy, but don't give understanding and empathy, right? It works both ways, doesn't it? Works both ways. Kimberly in Japan. Oh, was this the second part of? Well, I'll just read this one. I don't understand what is wrong with focusing on his audience, meaning Aaron. That does contribute to the SPTV Foundation. I do not know what is happening behind the scenes, but in my humble opinion, I think he's doing his best. Yeah, I think all the creators are just doing their best, right? Traveltology. I have donated before to someone who in the end did not deserve it, in my opinion, due to his alleged actions. So like you, Marilyn, €25 to help someone, it could be me someday in need for help. Right. And it was me at one point, so I'm grateful to be able to be in the position to pay it forward, Yeah. Sorry, I'm just unstarting some things I already read here. Heather HH, aka Triple H. Hey there, Triple H. I love that. My kids used to like the wrestler Triple H. They have, I think, in the attic. We still have Triple H little figurines or doll. Don't you can say dolls, action figures, right? Thank you so much for the super chat. I don't understand how you can completely turn on someone you once claimed to love. The hate from, yeah, well, I don't want to name names, but I don't think it's hate. I think it's maybe more hurt. Um, yeah, sorry. I really I appreciate that. And I know you don't mean anything by it, but I really want to get away from using people's names and assigning any motives to them because it does, it sounds very angry and very hurtful, but yeah, I want to give people understanding, but I also want to set boundaries that feel um if things are unhealthy. So yeah. That said, let's move on. Sharon, Aaron had to redefine what friendship is. He really didn't have that light bulb moment until very recently. Most people in our lives are acquaintances, in my opinion. I only have a handful of people I call friends. Yeah, I agree. And Aaron did say on more than one occasion recently that he is learning to be able to show appreciation, emotion, um, yeah, reciprocal feelings or whatever to not like romantic, but just even friendships. So yeah, it's something that we're all a work in progress, right? And I think the biggest thing is to recognize a weakness that you have, recognize something and see it for what it is, and then start to work on it. And yeah, that's a form of self-help and self therapy. Yeah, like we talked about that yesterday about how therapy comes in all forms. I've had what's probably considered classic therapy with a therapist, with counselors, but also, there's other types of therapy, in my opinion. Asen, I don't judge a homeless person who prefers to buy alcohol or drugs with the money. When they're at the bottom, maybe warming up with alcohol or forget with drugs is the only way to endure. Yeah, I understand. Um, I've had plenty of coping mechanisms in my time, and I still do. So I'm trying to replace them with healthy behaviors. But yeah, when you're homeless, it's difficult. It's difficult to do that. I totally get it. Brenda, I just know that if Aaron turned off his channel and went away, I think the movement will be much poorer for it. I think it would suffer. I think it would move on. It would go on. It would still be there. But yeah, I don't consider him the leader of the movement. I don't consider him just because he has a big channel. No, I don't personally think that he has set himself up as king. I don't. Honestly, he I don't feel like anybody that he doesn't like or whatever, like I don't feel pressure from him not to talk to them at all, ever. I never have, never. There were people that I've had on my channel that he knew was coming on my channel. He never said, "Oh, don't do that," blah, blah, blah. Never even gave me like the feeling that I couldn't do that. I'm sure I've done tons of things that he would prefer I did. But so what? I don't care what he what he says. Just like I just do my thing. So if he was a culty leader, it would be like this walking on eggshells disapproval thing. And to me, it never has been. He's never asked me to defend him either. I've defended the SPTV Foundation. I've defended him. I've defended all the second gens. I've defended my friends, and I'll do that because I'm loyal. And I care. And if there's something that I see, which I even have with Aaron, that I feel is like uncomfortable or unhealthy, I'm like, hey, you might want to, in a nice way, you know. So, and I hope that people would do that for me as well. And they have, and I do appreciate it. At the time, it might be hurtful. I might not want to hear it, but then I think about it, and it's like my real friends are there to kind of like help me check myself before I wreck myself, and that's true friendship, I believe. Jill McQuain, my last comment on this: humans are imperfect. Mistakes are made by us all. The trick is to listen to others and correct. Say, I'm sorry when you are. Look at yourself when angry. Might be you. I'm not sure if there's another part to that. Bo beats black sheep. Look at you handling the difficult feedback like a champ. Politicians in the House, take note. Sorry, Marilyn. I do tend to make you nervous at times, but respect you addressing my not so vanilla chat. Hey, you know what? I like me some spicy and feisty. I do. I just you have a space in my heart. I don't know what it is, but I do know what it is. I just like you. I know you have a good heart. You mean well, and hey, you know, if I feel like you're very respectful about it. You have some, feisty opinions, and you do challenge me, and I don't mind challenging because I know it comes from a good place. So there, and then you do understand when I don't pop up your comments all the time. Sometimes I can't, but usually I try to. Anyways, thank you, Bo Beats. Appreciate that, and I appreciate all your support. Absolutely. Uh, Brenda, I hope they do that. Make it easier for all, but we can only control ourselves. Absolutely. You can only control yourselves. And again, I said this yesterday that people, and I said this about the foundations as well. What is a stakeholder, right? In a way, you're kind of like a stakeholder when you're watching, YouTube. It's like you vote with your eyeballs, your ears, your money, your time. You vote with all that. So if it's something you no longer believe in, just go to something else that you do. That's all. That's all. Asen, I don't understand the people who want to hear what is going on behind the scenes. Do they also demand to see into the kitchen when they go to a restaurant? Yeah. Yeah. Um, yeah, I feel like, yeah, if it's something like fraud or something like that, then we want to know, right? If there's something that's hurting people or untoward that is being cut from us, fine. But these interpersonal spats, I'm not interested. It's very uncomfortable. I'll say that much. Force of delightful nature. Hi there. I don't expect anyone to be a saint in order to help others. Some folks in this community seem to want that. A good recipe for disappointment. Yeah, no one's perfect. Yep, I agree with that. Perfect. Doug, hi there, Doug. Good to see you, friend. How someone can be friends one day and then spew hate the next. I don't treat friends like that. I believe in loyalty through good times and bad. Yeah, and to be fair, I don't think this happened overnight. When even in a relationship like Duncan and I, sometimes like I'll blow up at him, and it's like some kind of sounds silly. I don't mean to make this a trivial thing, but he has this habit. I'm still working on it 27 years later of like a dishcloth when you wash your hands in the sink, and you always have like a kind of a dishcloth next to you in the kitchen. He always moves it, and he doesn't. When he washes his hands, he's gonna kill me. He washes his hands in the kitchen sink. He doesn't like flick them off, like the water off before he goes to where the towel's hung up. So you get this little trail of water. And I've tried to hang one over the sink, and he never uses it. So when I go to get the hand towel or the dishcloth, we call it, it's never there. And then it's usually like hanging on one of the doggy gates, and it's all wet. So anyways, so I'll just let it go, let it go, let it go, right? And then all of a sudden, God damn it, why can't you just leave the dish? Or I was like, I just replaced that 3 times, today. And he's just like, where did that come from? Because I'll just flip out at him. And he's just like, man, I'm like, well, I've been holding it inside, So I don't mean to laugh and make this trivial, but yeah, it's just like one small example of how me myself, I can kind of let things go, let things go, let things go. And then all of a sudden, so that's in relationships, any type of friendship, I think it's good to have a dialogue. It can be uncomfortable. And even in this space, I've tried to provide a place where when something happens in the community, we could talk about it and hopefully just move on, instead of letting it fester and be like, oh, well, I've been feeling like this for months, or well, remember this happened, we weren't allowed to talk about it, and da da da, and on and on. So yeah, I think keeping what Duncan calls keeping short accounts, and Friendships, it can be work. It can be work. Just like a romantic relationship. So, sorry, I got on a little bit of a rant there. Oh, thank you so much for the super chat just to show my appreciation. I really, really appreciate that, Kimberly. That's awesome. I really appreciate that. Hey, Dina, good to see you. Oh, okay. Did you start that for me, Giorgio? Okay. Yeah, if you want to start it for me. Sorry about that. I didn't know you were popping that up. Okay, hi there. I ran a foundation and we had to be as transparent as possible, finances and duties to both the government and supporters, but personal issues were off limits. Agree. Yeah. Yeah. And I'll say this is that when I say I'll say this, right? I think it's very important, especially when you're dealing with people, vulnerable populations, as a board member or a volunteer, if you know things, to keep confidentiality. And I'll be honest, guys, I have heard things that I don't want to hear. And it wasn't from people that you would think, you know. Um, I it's not okay. I don't wanna hear it. I don't want to know, things that I'm not privy to, that I am not authorized to know. I don't think it's right. I don't. So that's something that I think is very important is confidentiality, especially when you're dealing with, people escaping a billion-dollar cult. So, yeah. Oh, it's okay, Giorgio. Thank you for all your help. You're great. I don't know what I would do, 'cause lately I've had a pretty active chat. And then I get emails after like, "You let this happen, and you did this, and you did that." I'm like, "I'm sorry, I don't know. I don't know." Mhm. Okay, I'm gonna put this up. I really, don't wanna name names, but I think this is a good post, or a good comment. Brenda, I think the only thing self-evident is both Nora and Serge feel somehow Aaron let them down. I don't think we can judge who's right or who's wrong. Not really our business, except if it hurts the cause. Okay, yeah, I agree. I'm not taking sides. I don't know. I don't know what happened. I know there's a lot of hurt and I feel, a lot of compassion for that. But again, I don't, it's not my business. And it just doesn't feel healthy to me. That's all. That's all I have to say about that. Um, Rachel S. I feel like the cult is watching their sick social experiment unfold by seeing the ex-Scientology community implode. Makes me sick. Let's not forget that the cult is the enemy here, not each other. Yeah, I agree. I agree. And I have hope. That's why I'm not going anywhere. I'm even if I'm just this one tiny microcosm of a safe space for whoever wants to come and listen and hang out and talk, then to me, that's good enough because I really want to be here to support whoever needs and wants support. And um, I want the big things to happen, like the cult to come down, the tax exempt status to be revoked, the protesters to just keep getting all the resources they need, the foundations to be helping people escape, all the things, all the things. I'm here for it all. I'm here for it all. But right now, yeah, things look really, really messy, and they're probably going to continue to be messy, But I'm here to cheer people on and to lift them up and support in any way that I can. Asen comment: People should decide. Really, did Aaron put himself on a pedestal and declare himself a king, or does he refuse to be the leader, whether he wants or not? I heard both, and it's ridiculous. Yeah, I tend to agree. Cricket Cinema, hi there. One function of living in a celebrity culture is that people get the idea that they have the right to know private things about people. It's a Pandora's box. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, that's definitely true. And I think I touched on this yesterday is that, when you're in front of the camera, I mean, I don't think of myself even like slight. slightly as a celebrity. That just does not enter my mind. But I do know that there's trolls watching. There's people that are hanging on my every word, looking for something that they can use to make, crap video about or some kind of like post or whatever. I don't look anymore. It's been great. I've had a fabulous few weeks because I don't give a shit what they say. I don't, whenever, if it comes up on my feed, I hit do not recommend or don't click on it. If they tag me, I don't give a flying you know so it's been more healthy for me not to go into those places, but at the same time I know that there's people that do look at you like some kind of example, like a role model, and I do take that seriously. um I am pretty transparent. I mean, my life's kind of boring. You can ask George. It's just I'm in the holler. I don't do a lot. I have crazy puppies, and I go to my kids' concerts, and I talk to all of you. I don't have a lot going on, so yeah, I think people have been hard pressed that have ill motives against me to find anything really spicy or exciting about me. But yeah, I think that it is a responsibility, and people do look at you and make judgments. Unfortunately, that's just how it is. I was, personally, my fave emoji is the little cub. Yeah, awesome. Hey, Paula. Cheers to those who push through. Zena Marley. Absolutely. Let's do that. I can't wait to hear how the cruise went with people because they called it the Xena Marlene cruise. And I know I'm really lame that I didn't end up going. But actually Dunk's glad that we didn't because of he's on account of he's building a house right now. So anyways, Xena Marlene, everybody partake. Yep. Well, cheers to helping those in need and bringing down the cult, right? Hey, Ingrid K, good to see you. What else we got? All right, I'm just trying to catch up here. Glad you're all here. It's very active today. I like it. That's, when there's 8 people, 80 people, 180 right now. I love it all. Hey, Mix Mandy, good to see you. I do think anyone on a board to help victims should have trauma-informed care classes and have mental health professionals on staff. I agree with that. I do agree with that. I hope that that's if it hasn't happened, which doesn't look like it has, but I think that's absolutely um, a great idea, and it's very important. Yeah. I will say that I think on both the foundations, they do have people that have been through what they've been through, and I think in that way they can kind of understand, but I think it would be great. I think there are people that have come forward that have offered, and I would like to see on both the foundations more of an effort to connect people that are trauma informed mental health professionals that are on, say, a advisory board. My nonprofit's really tiny, but we do have volunteers that are in the mental health profession. We have a firefighter that knows, the system. We have a social worker. We have a lot of people. We have, a board of directors and an advisory board. And if they don't know the answer, or they don't know how to help somebody, they'll find the answer. And I've done a lot of advocate work. And we have what's called a stakeholders group. They meet every Wednesday on Zoom, and we just fill in the gaps. We see a need, and we try to fill it. And the mayor of the city next to ours, it will jump in as well and find some resources. So yeah, I think that's a great comment, and I agree with that. Let's go down the line here. Sorry, I'm just there's some start. Okay, thanks, Giorgio. Appreciate that. Yes, den rolls, be good cubs. That means no bullying, harassment, fighting, or stirring in the chat. This includes making unfounded claims about people or entities. Don't be Rodney. Perfect. Thank you so much for that, darling. Hey, Lathonda. Good to see you, friend. It's been a while. Thank you so much for the super chat. Really appreciate it. There's so much trauma in this community, and so many comments come from a place of pain. It hurts to see the second gems divided. Need to crochet now. Yes, I hear you. I hear you. I'm trying to crochet. I've got so many things in the works here. Let's see. I'll show you. I've got no. I had company. Georgie was at our house for a night, and then we had inappropriate heifer, and Alan, her fiance from Australia. So I didn't do any crocheting, I don't think, for like a whole week. But yeah, I've been making these loons, so I got more wings. I have another one that I started, and then I have a little squirrel that needs a keychain hook, and I still have like a blueberry pie I'm working on. But to talk to all of you, this is good because I don't have to count. I don't have to sew anything. I don't have to count. So that's why I like to work on this when I talk to you. But yes, crochet is good. Bobby's Black Sheep, check out my answer to your question. Our favorite emoji. Oh, did I see it? Well, I know it's Rodney, right? But yeah, Giorgio, if you see that, let me know. Yeah, you can start if you see it. Oh my God, that's funny. It's got to be Rodney. Well, thank you for the super chat, anyways, Bo, and I will look for it. Oh, that's funny. Clearwater Chatto. Hey, Chatto. Good to see you. What about? All right. Oh my goodness. Or just around here. Oh, here we go. Oh, I'm looking for your comment about your emoji, Bo Beats. Do you know whatever happened to the other George from Clearwater? Never see any content from him. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he's been out. I know he's still around. I think he might be one of the creators that are going to Miami to meet the boat. I guess the people getting off the boat. I thought maybe he was. I'm not sure. I'm not positive, but yeah, I think he's still around. He's on the board of the SBTV Foundation. So I guess he's just not doing a lot of content right now. So hey, old Frizz. Hey there. So good to see you. Hey, Marilyn, catching first live for ages. Just want to say I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you as well. Really do. Just still going down the line here, trying to catch up. DV 1983. How are the people doing in the path of the hurricane? As far as I know, they're okay, but I'm waiting to hear, newest. So all right. I'm not arguing about specific creators today. I'm really doing my best to not do that. So I respect everyone's opinion. That's fine, but I think it's best, reserved for other chats. Okay. I'm not into that. So selfless self, I I respect you. I appreciate all you've done, but I really don't want to get into it. It's not not my fight. Okay. So yeah, I'm not entertaining that. Anyways, yeah. I just think you guys all got to get together and talk to each other. I have nothing to do with it, and I really don't want it in my chat. So that's all I have to say about that. Anyways, okay, I think I probably should wind this down because I'm a little triggered. Little triggered. El Sarmento, you there? Mango clarified in a comment that resources was not the correct word. He meant to say aftermath foundations that he lacked references. Okay, what the hell kind of references is he supposed to provide after? Yeah, we talked about that, but I agree. Yeah, I agree. Mods are awesome. Yes, they are. Thank you to my mods. I couldn't do this without them. It's huge relief. Huge relief. This is a good point. This is a very good point. Gigi's mom. Comment. I think anyone leaving Scientology would be uniquely opposed to interacting with anyone in the mental health field. That may be completely wrong, but my assumption. That's an excellent point, and it reminds me of what Rick Ellen Ross said, the cult expert, the other day that talked to Natalie. Did an interview with Natalie. Excellent interview. I suggest you watch it if you haven't. I would definitely recommend it. He said that I don't know where the study came from, but it's basically estimated that it takes a good 12 or so years to deconstruct, heal, deprogram, whatever, from Scientology specifically. And I am not surprised. I'm not surprised. It took me a long time. It was years before I could seek actual real counseling. And we didn't have we weren't taught that psychiatrists were evil, but it was frowned on. It was frowned upon. I didn't have any counseling till I was an adult. Although I did have a short stint in a foster home, a secular foster home that I was in. But yeah, that is a good point. And it has to be, I think, offered. It should, I think, in my opinion, it should be offered. Should not be in any way forced on anyone. But also, I think you can definitely be trained in trauma, being trauma informed, trauma sensitive, without necessarily being a mental health professional. But yeah, I think it would be good to have somebody on the advisory board that is, though. So, but that's a very good point. Yeah. Kimberly, totally out of context, but could you make a video of you from zero crocheting something? Yeah, I think I can do that. I'm terrible. I don't really know how to edit, but I don't say I'm terrible at editing because I've never done it. But yeah, I probably could do that. I could probably take one of my figures and just kind of maybe show clips of it being built. I could do that with like a Xenu or yeah, anything that I make. That's a good idea. I could do it with a Rodney. All right, I'll work on that. I'll work on that. I love to see that. Boo battery. Yeah, reminds me of Nance Drew. Oh my God. Battery by Boob. I can't believe that. Hey there, Mama D63. Glad to make it to your live. Making a pumpkin pecan spice cake. Was that while I listened? Awesome. I love that. I get made fun of, and I've heard people say this about Jenna Miscavige, is that, oh, this whole, this like almost contempt, like, oh, you're trying to be so wholesome, um nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. I still crochet things like dishcloths and wholesome stuff, but I also crochet penises and other things, so, and boobs. But yeah, I think that yeah, who's the judge, right? To me, things like canning, cooking, crocheting, things that seem like kind of boring and wholesome, to me, they're very therapeutic. So, yeah. Is Alan Alan from Australia? I think he said he was. Pretty sure he said that on the stream. Maybe. I mean, he might. We'll see. James Steele, Marilyn, have you seen my email yet? Was it a poem? Yes, I have. Yes, the poem. Oh my God. I don't have my email up, but remind me. I will read that. It was great. I loved it. Thank you for that, James. Really good. Thank you so much. Stay Speria. Donate to the SPTV Foundation. Yeah. Um, Lily Scissorhands. Hey there. Comment. I've been watching London protesters. He says, "Don't be surprised. It's a cult in disguise." In disguise. I like that. Don't be surprised. It's a cult in disguise. That's great. Popcorning piggies. Thank you for the hogs. Oh, I appreciate that. That's sweet. Force of delightful nature. This is a great check-in chat. Yeah, I like that. Just kind of checking in. Like, just gather around. What's going on? You know? Doug, Marilyn, you always do your lives with grace and love, unless your biscuits are burnt, and then you watch out. Yeah. Yeah. And, my biscuits are a little bit burnt from the Aftermath Foundation, but, maybe they had a good reason. Um, my biscuits aren't burnt against any of the second gens, even, the ones that are emoting and whatever on their lives. That's their prerogative. That's their privilege. I don't judge them for that. I don't, I'm not upset with them for that. I just don't want to engage. That's just not, it's not my vibe. That's all. And, having, never ends say this or that about this one and that one, and Aaron hurt that one. He's done terrible things and blah, 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 blah. I'm just not interested. I'm not sorting out the bodies. I just, yeah, if there's a smoking, gun, then yeah, I will have something to say about it. And yesterday, I did say some things, and I know Aaron knows that, I think that, and I'll say it again, that I think the SBTV Foundation would do well to come out and address some of these concerns, or all of these concerns, and talk about it and show receipts and explain things. Yeah. And it wouldn't hurt to have an FAQ or something on the website to clarify some things. I think there's things that need to be clarified. And I've had some questions, and yeah, I'll just leave it there. So I'm not on anyone's side. I'm not defending anyone to the bitter end, even when they're wrong. Even if I don't have that cognitive dissonance. I've been in a cult. I've been in a cult, guys, and this ain't it. This ain't fucking it. So, and I refuse to be in a cult. So if that cancels me, if that makes me so everybody hates me, I can live with that. I really can, because I can still look myself in the mirror. So sorry about that. I don't know how I got on that tangent, but I'm not taking it back. So Bo Beats, the number one emoji, in my opinion, and your onion. Right. Everyone's entitled to their own onion. That's right. Rodney, which I enjoy with a good pot of coffee, whilst I love the whilst awaiting our mama bear perform her next seal clap. Oh, Zeno, Jezebel. Oh yeah, Zeno Marlene on the dung heap. I love that. You could totally make you made a big long sentence paragraph. Oh, I freaking love it. That's a good idea. I'll have to do some more emojis and like make some, statements, like some sentences. I love it. Have you noticed that the emojis take up a lot of characters? Because I've tried to do that. It's like do a bunch of characters or do a bunch of emojis, and all of a sudden it takes up a bunch. It doesn't just take up one. So yeah, it's just a little observation. See you later, Joel. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for being here. Rachel S. No burn biscuits. Today is a good day. That's right. Yeah, every day is a good day to not have burned biscuits. That's right. Asen, hi there. I always appreciate your input, Asen. Thank you so much. Healing is not a one-way street. Some do it right away after trauma. Others need years or decades or never. Some need therapy. Some do it another way. It's not one size fits all thing. Absolutely. 100% agree with that. Ingrid Kate, love Jenna's channel. Made her so I want to make that. I love tomato soup. I did make her cookies. I almost said biscuits, although in the UK they would be called biscuits, right? I made the banana bread cookies. They're cookies, but they're so good. They're like they taste like banana bread, but they're like kind of a cookie for, I don't know. They're just really good. They had walnuts in them, I think. I loved them. So I'm catching up. Almost there. The French knickers. That's one thing I have not crocheted. I've crocheted a lot of things, not quite that yet. Joe Buchanan, that's what I said yesterday. A Q&A is needed. Yeah. Something, anything. I think that, and there's been plenty of questions asked that could be even addressed in a pre-recorded video, we'll see. But I'm just going to keep saying it till it happens or not. You do? Hey there, sweetheart. So good to see you. I don't know. When I see you, I was like, I don't know. You just made me happy. I love your name. I like your smile. Yes. Doug, I don't hate you, Marilyn. Well, thank you for that. I appreciate you not hating me. Oh my God. Yes. I can't believe I didn't even mention. Did I mention these? I just ate the last one yesterday. So good. I need the recipe. Giorgio he brought a huge tin of oatmeal raisin cookies. And what makes them Cape Cod is it because did they have craisins in them? No, they had were the raisins? Yeah, they're raisins, not craisins. Are the best. They are so good. They're like chewy and I love oatmeal raisin cookies. And they're probably my favorite. I like peanut butter. I do like chocolate chip, but oatmeal raisin is so good. Hey, Cheryl. Really love this chat today. Marilyn, thank you so much. I appreciate that. And I love this chat. I love hanging out with you all and talk to you. Um, yeah, I want this we're here to make a positive impact, right? To make change. And I just want this to be a safe space where people can check in. You can, I don't want toxic positivity. Like I said before, that I want people to be able to express themselves, but I'm not here to, like I said, sort out the bodies. Be like, oh well, Aaron's a jerk, and this one's, a victim, and blah blah blah. They're all victims. They're all victims. They're all survivors. They all need, some type of understanding and compassion, and I'm here for that. For all of them. For all of them. Just a Northern girl. Appreciate your kind heart and providing a space for a calm chat. I appreciate free speech, but I draw the line at lies and vile attacks. Exactly. Yep. Yeah, and I think there's a little bit of maybe a misconception about free speech being like a given on a YouTube channel. Honestly, no. I removed some people yesterday from my channel that just come in to stir up shit. And I just removed one today that, never hear from them unless they come in to stir up, stuff against Aaron or whatever. I'm not here for it. If you can't be, civil on times that if you can't check in when there's not, big drama going on, or to have some type of agenda, or to tell everybody what's what, like you're some kind of, guru, or, yeah, I don't have a big lofty degree. I don't. Um, I'm just a person, and I call it the way I see it. I'm not always right, but yeah, it's my channel and I'll do what I want. It's my channel and I'll cry if I want to. So yeah, I don't think that there should be a demand on I I have to put up, like, if I'm in your chat, you have to put up with me saying whatever I want. No, no, you don't. You can block whoever you want. There's people that, yeah, I'm in a mood and I'll hide them for a while and then I'll unhide them. And I've done that and I'll give them another chance. And they come in stirring up shit again, I'll hide them again. It's happened. It's happened a lot. So yeah, sorry guys. I hate when I go on those rants. Sometimes I feel like it just happens. It just happens. Oh, Asen, I love making little chocolate balls, 7 pitless big dates soaked in water, 1 tablespoon peanut butter, dark unsweetened cocoa, mash so you mash it together, form balls, coat in anything you like. Cool. That sounds good. I hardly ever eat dates. I don't think about it, but yeah, that sounds good. Mama's life, when I come visit you, I want to go to the bar, watch your sons perform. Yes, absolutely. Oh my God. I'm so excited. I would love to see Mama in the holler. Yeah, we can sit on the porch. Absolutely. Oh yeah, kids and you love your rants. My kids don't. My kids don't. Like, oh my God, mom's mom. They call it momming. Like, oh, mom's momming. Mom's momming again. And then last night I was just in a mellow mood because I went to the birthday party. It was at a bar and the whole band was playing. My son's band, both sons' band. And I was just kind of sitting in the corner. I had I think I had a Miller Lite. I was just kind of sitting there. And my daughter's friend came up to, she's like, "You okay?" And I'm like, yeah, I'm just chilling. I'm just sitting here, you know. Um, it was just nice to be in a different frame of mind and in a different atmosphere, you know. Everybody just kind of just people watching, just watching everybody hug each other and hadn't seen each other in a really long time. Some of my son's mentors that hadn't seen them play in a while. One guy, we call him Teddy, and he just leaned against the wall and watched them for like a solid hour, just nodding and just smiling. And like he it was like he was a proud father or a proud uncle, and he was one of their mentors and helped them develop, a lot of their skills. And yeah, it was great. So it was just nice to just take it all in. I think that's what life's about, is just being there in the moment. And that's what I like about being here with you all, is just being in the moment, talking to you all, adjusting. Sometimes I go on my little rants. Sometimes we talk about crochet and puppies. Sometimes we talk about really heavy things, and I'm here for it all. Mama D63, Marilyn, thank you for your adult professional comments. Thank you. I appreciate that. I try. I definitely try. Swedish Andrea, and there's Swedish Lena, and there's Swedish Andrea. Hi there. Keep missing the beginning. That's okay. I never know when I'm quite going to go on. Try to do around 10 Eastern, but I was really late today. Hey, Doug, I'm in need of a bass fishing trip in my boat. My biscuits have been burning of late. Marilyn, thanks for the safe place. You said, love me or hate me. I said, oh, right. Okay. I don't hate you. All right. Thank you. I appreciate that. And it's okay. Not everybody has to like me or love me, but pralines. Oh my God. It's making me hungry. I haven't eaten anything today. Yes. Pralines are delish. I love pecans, and I like salty and sweet together. So that's probably why I really like pecans and caramel. Yeah. Savory. I'm a savory girl, mostly. Well, I for one will not be arguing with Bo Beach. She scares me. Hey, she's a strong, feisty woman. I mean, yeah, I love her. I just love her. I won't either. She scares me. What did she do? I'm not afraid. Oh, that's right. I forgot. As a subscriber to Clearwater Chad, who said I'm subscribed? Of course I'm subscribed. I think he was probably one of the first SPTV channels I subscribed to. You have an honorary master's degree. Yes, that's right. I do. Okay, I feel like I need to let you guys go. I've been talking your ear off for over an hour and 42 minutes. Oh my God. It's a dirty job. I'm the woman for it. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being here this morning. Hope you have a fabulous weekend. If anyone needs to email me, it's coffeecultsandcrafts@gmail.com. And again, if you can help out with this gentleman that escaped Scientology, I would recommend, give it to the SPTV Foundation, because they're obviously helping people, or you can give directly. But yeah, I appreciate you all being here, and I will see you soon. Bye. Zenu, Marlene, everybody partake. Cheers. This is good coffee. This is why, my hubby makes the coffee.